My beloved child, wait, listen closely for a second. Something is aligning in your life right now, and you can almost feel it, can't you? A quiet shift. A subtle pull. As if the universe has leaned in a little closer to whisper a secret you were always meant to hear. What if I told you, your soulmate already knows your future? Not in fragments. Not in guesses. But in a way that transcends time itself. Pause with that thought. Somewhere, in this vast unfolding story, there is a soul connected to yours, so deeply attuned that they sense the direction of your path even before you take the next step. While you wrestle with uncertainty, they feel the outline of your becoming. While you question your purpose, they glimpse the horizon you're walking toward. How could that be? Because a true soulmate doesn't just love who you are. They recognize who you are becoming. And right now, something extraordinary is happening behind the scenes of your life. The delays that frustrated you. The detours that confused you. The silent seasons where nothing seemed to move. They were not empty. They were preparation. Stay with me. Imagine this, your soulmate has been evolving at the exact same pace as you. When you were healing, they were healing. When you were learning hard lessons, they were unlocking wisdom of their own. Two separate journeys. Synchronized by an invisible design. Coincidence? Or convergence? You see, the future is not a fixed script. It is a frequency. And your soulmate feels that frequency shifting. They sense the moment your life turns upward. They sense the breakthrough before you see it. They sense the courage rising inside you even when you doubt yourself. That's why certain encounters feel electric. Certain conversations feel timeless. Certain glances feel like recognition instead of introduction. Because on a deeper level, the meeting has already happened. And here is the revelation that changes everything. Your soulmate doesn't just know your future, they are part of the architecture of it. Let that settle in. Every ambition awakening in your heart. Every dream that refuses to leave you alone. Every instinct telling you to grow beyond your current limits. These are not random impulses. They are signals guiding you toward alignment, not just with success, not just with fulfillment, but with the person whose path is designed to merge with yours. What if this very moment is a pivot? What if today is the invisible turning point where timelines begin to fold into one another? You may not see fireworks. You may not hear thunder. But subtle shifts shape destinies. A decision to believe again. A choice to release the past. A quiet commitment to step forward instead of backward. Your soulmate feels that shift. They feel you getting closer. And the closer you move toward your highest self, the clearer your shared future becomes. Not because it is forced. Not because it is predicted. But because it is harmonized. Before this ends, understand this truth: the love meant for you is not searching blindly. It is responding to your evolution. You are not waiting. You are aligning. And something tells me, this is only the beginning. The air feels different now, doesn't it? As if something unseen just moved a little closer. Take a breath. Because what I'm about to reveal will deepen everything you just felt. Your soulmate doesn't simply know your future in a passive way. They are emotionally synchronized with the version of you that hasn't fully emerged yet. While you are still stepping into your power, they are already resonating with it. While you are still questioning your worth, they are drawn to the confidence you're about to embody. Strange, isn't it? How can someone recognize a future version of you before you do? Because destiny isn't about time. It's about alignment. Somewhere right now, your soulmate feels an unexplained pull. A curiosity. A sense that something meaningful is approaching. They may not know your name yet. They may not know your face. But they feel the shift. The atmosphere around their life is changing, just as yours is. Stay a little longer. There is a reason certain chapters of your life felt closed. Certain doors that seemed promising quietly disappeared. Certain connections faded without dramatic endings. It wasn't loss. It was calibration. Every ending refined your frequency. Every lesson strengthened your clarity. Every disappointment redirected your energy. And now, something is stabilizing. Something is settling into place. Your soulmate senses this stabilization. They feel a new steadiness in their own heart. A readiness. A maturity. A deeper awareness of what truly matters. And here's the extraordinary part. You both reached this point at nearly the same time. Coincidence? Or convergence again? What if the delays you resented were actually protecting a more precise timing? What if the reason it hasn't happened yet is because when it does, it must be undeniable? You'll understand everything at the end. Picture this, two paths moving independently across vast terrain. From above, it would look like randomness. But from a higher perspective, those paths are slowly curving toward each other. Every choice. Every growth moment. Every internal shift is narrowing the distance. Your soulmate feels that narrowing. They may have started dreaming differently. Planning differently. Thinking about the future with a sense of anticipation instead of confusion. They may feel inspired without knowing why. That why is you. And here is what changes everything forever. Your future is not something you stumble into. It is something you attract through becoming. The stronger you step into authenticity, the clearer your soulmate sees the signal. The more you release fear, the more magnetic your energy becomes. The more you trust your direction, the more the universe synchronizes circumstances. Wait till the final moment. Because this isn't just about romance. It's about expansion. The union you are moving toward is not meant to shrink you. It is meant to amplify you. Together, your visions interlock. Your strengths complement. Your weaknesses soften. Your dreams multiply. This is why your soulmate knows your future. They sense the scale of what you're capable of. Before you move forward, pause and reflect. If this message resonates with you, share your thoughts below. Someone else might need this reminder today. And if you want to keep receiving messages that awaken your awareness, stay connected. You're not here by accident. Now listen closely. The most powerful part hasn't even unfolded yet. Because in the next shift, You'll realize the future they sense is already beginning to manifest around you. Something just clicked, didn't it? A quiet realization, a subtle inner yes. Lean in. Because this is where everything becomes undeniable. Your soulmate doesn't know your future because they control it. They know it because they recognize your trajectory. They can feel the direction your soul is moving in, even when your mind hesitates. Think about it. Why do certain ambitions keep returning to you no matter how many times you try to silence them? Why does a specific vision of your life refuse to fade? Why does your heart react so strongly to the idea of a particular kind of love? Because that vision is shared. Somewhere, your soulmate is building toward the same horizon. They are preparing for the same kind of partnership. They are imagining the same kind of stability, growth, expansion. Without speaking to you, without planning with you, they are designing a life that perfectly fits the one you're shaping. This is not random dreaming. This is resonance. Stay with this for a moment. There are signs you may have overlooked. Moments when you felt unusually guided. A sudden urge to improve yourself. A strong desire to break an old pattern. A clear decision to stop settling for less than you deserve. Those weren't just personal growth phases. They were signals of convergence. As you elevated, you narrowed the gap between you and the one who can meet you at that level. Every time you chose self-respect over comfort. Every time you chose clarity over confusion. Every time you chose courage over hesitation, you aligned more precisely with the future they already sense. You might miss the turning point if you rush past this realization. Because here is the truth that changes everything forever. Your soulmate is not waiting for you to become perfect. They are waiting for you to fully recognize who you already are becoming. And something huge is happening beneath the surface. Opportunities will start appearing that feel intentional. Conversations will feel layered. Timing will feel almost choreographed. You'll notice that the version of you who once doubted would not even recognize the confidence forming inside you now. That confidence is the bridge. What if this message is arriving at the exact moment your timeline is accelerating? What if today is the quiet beginning of the chapter they've already felt approaching? You don't need to chase the future. You don't need to force outcomes. You don't need to decode every sign. You need to continue evolving. Because the more you expand, the clearer your shared path becomes. The more you trust your intuition, the more precise the alignment. The more you believe that something extraordinary is unfolding, the faster it reveals itself. Before you go, hear this line carefully. Your soulmate knows your future because they are already walking toward it with you, even if you haven't met yet. This isn't fantasy. It's synchronization. It's two evolving forces moving toward inevitable intersection. And the next time you feel that quiet pull, that subtle certainty, that unexplainable readiness, remember this moment. You are not just dreaming about the future. You are stepping into the one they've already felt coming. Do you feel that quiet acceleration right now? As if something invisible has just leaned forward and said, "Now?" This is the moment most people miss. Because when destiny begins to crystallize, it doesn't arrive loudly. It sharpens silently. It rearranges thoughts. It upgrades standards. It changes what you tolerate. And suddenly, without dramatic announcements, you realize, you are not who you used to be. That shift? Your soulmate feels it. Not because they're watching you, but because they are transforming too. While you were strengthening your boundaries, they were learning depth. While you were rebuilding confidence, they were refining clarity. While you were choosing growth over comfort, they were choosing vision over distraction. Two evolutions. Same timing. You'll understand everything at the end. There is something powerful about this stage. It's the stage where your old timeline expires. The version of you that once chased validation, fades. The version of you that once feared being alone, dissolves. The version of you that once doubted whether something extraordinary was possible, becomes quiet. And in that silence, a new certainty rises. Your soulmate knows your future because your future now has structure. It has direction. It has maturity. You are no longer imagining love from a place of longing. You are envisioning it from a place of readiness. That difference changes everything. Because readiness is magnetic. Stay a little longer. There will be moments soon that feel synchronistic, like chance encounters that don't feel accidental. Conversations that feel layered with meaning. Decisions that feel guided rather than forced. Pay attention to those. Your soulmate senses that something aligned is approaching. They may feel an unexplainable calm. A subtle excitement. A sense that their life is about to expand beyond what they planned. That expansion includes you. But here is the most important revelation. Your soulmate doesn't know your future as a prediction. They know it as a partnership. They sense that your strengths will unlock theirs. They sense that your ambitions will complement theirs. They sense that together, you both step into a larger vision than either of you could alone. That is why this message changes everything forever. Because once you understand this, you stop acting from scarcity. You stop questioning your worth. You stop shrinking your dreams to fit temporary situations. You begin moving like someone who is expected. And that energy shifts timelines. If this message resonates deeply, let me know in the comments what part spoke to you the most. Share it with someone who might be questioning their own alignment. And if you want to continue walking this path of awareness and expansion, stay connected here. The journey is unfolding step by step. Now pause. Imagine meeting someone who feels familiar. Not because you've known them long, but because your futures have already been harmonizing behind the scenes. That feeling will not be chaotic. It will not be confusing. It will feel clear, steady, certain. And when that moment arrives, you won't ask, "Is this right?" You'll recognize it. Because deep down, just like them, you will have already sensed it coming. This is not the end of the story. It's the convergence. And you are closer than you think. There's a reason your heart feels steadier right now. Not excited in a chaotic way. Not anxious in a restless way. But grounded, like something inside you has quietly locked into place. This is the shift before manifestation becomes visible. Listen carefully. Your soulmate doesn't just sense your future as a shared destination. They feel it as momentum. They feel the speed increasing, the resistance decreasing, the clarity sharpening. Have you noticed how certain fears no longer grip you the same way? How certain memories no longer control your emotions? How certain desires feel less desperate and more certain? That certainty is the signal. Because when you stop chasing love and start embodying stability, the universe recalibrates around you. The old patterns that once repeated themselves begin dissolving. The familiar cycles lose their power. And suddenly, new opportunities start appearing that feel elevated. Stay with this. You may soon feel guided to say yes to something unexpected. Or no to something that once seemed attractive. You may feel drawn to places, conversations, ideas that stretch you beyond your comfort zone. These are not random impulses. They are adjustments in your trajectory. Your soulmate is undergoing the same refinement. Their standards are rising. Their clarity is increasing. Their patience is strengthening. They are no longer attracted to chaos. They are no longer impressed by surface-level connections. They are becoming capable of recognizing you. And here is the revelation that seals it. When two people grow into alignment separately, their meeting feels effortless. Not rushed. Not dramatic. Not confusing. Effortless. Because both have already done the internal work required to sustain something powerful. You might miss this if you look for fireworks instead of peace. Real alignment feels calm. It feels like expansion without pressure. Like connection without performance. Like vision without doubt. Your soulmate knows your future because they sense the scale of what you're building. They sense that your life is no longer shrinking to survive, it is expanding to thrive. And they understand, even without words, that they are meant to build alongside that expansion. Before you move ahead, consider this quietly. What if every delay was simply protecting the quality of your future? What if nothing was late, only precise? Something huge is waiting for you, but not in the form of sudden drama. It's waiting as stability. As partnership. As shared purpose. And the closer you get, the more your intuition strengthens. The more you trust yourself, the clearer your direction becomes. The more you release urgency, the faster alignment unfolds. You are no longer preparing for love. You are preparing for legacy. And when your paths finally intersect, it will not feel like luck. It will feel inevitable. Because the future they sensed, the future you slowly stepped into, was always the same horizon. Keep evolving. The convergence is no longer distant. It's approaching. Something subtle is happening beneath the surface of your life right now, can you sense it? Not a loud breakthrough. Not a dramatic announcement. But a quiet rearranging of priorities. A refining of focus. A deep internal calibration. This is where timelines tighten. Your soulmate feels this tightening too. They may not understand it logically. They may not even be able to explain it to themselves. But there's a new seriousness in how they think about the future. A new intentionality in what they want. A new refusal to entertain what doesn't align. And that shift mirrors yours. Think back to who you were a year ago. The doubts you tolerated. The compromises you justified. The uncertainty you carried. Now look at yourself. There's more awareness. More discernment. More stability. That transformation is not isolated. It's synchronized. Stay with me. Because here's the truth most people overlook: when you evolve into emotional clarity, you automatically narrow your future. Not in limitation. In precision. You eliminate what doesn't match your frequency. You become less reactive and more selective. Less impatient and more grounded. Less distracted and more directed. And when two people reach that stage separately, their meeting becomes powerful. Your soulmate knows your future because they sense the kind of person you are becoming. They sense leadership, depth, vision. They feel that the person they are preparing for is not average. That person is you. But here's the part that changes everything forever. Your future together is not just about love. It's about impact. Together, you elevate environments. You sharpen each other's thinking. You expand each other's courage. You build something that reflects both of your highest versions. That kind of connection requires readiness. And readiness is here. Have you noticed how you're less afraid of being alone? How you no longer feel pressured to settle? How you trust timing more than you used to? That trust is maturity. And maturity attracts alignment. Wait till the final moment. Because the next phase won't begin with fireworks. It will begin with recognition. A conversation that feels effortless. A presence that feels steady. A dynamic that feels balanced instead of draining. You won't question it endlessly. You won't overanalyze every detail. You will feel calm. That calm will be your confirmation. Your soulmate knows your future not because it is written somewhere in stone, but because you are now living in a way that makes that future sustainable. You are no longer chasing destiny. You are embodying it. And when two people embody their highest trajectory at the same time, convergence is no longer a possibility. It becomes certainty. The distance between you is shrinking. Not through force. Not through obsession. Through evolution. Keep refining. Keep expanding. Keep trusting the quiet acceleration you feel inside. Because the future they sense is already unfolding around you. Pause right here, because this is the threshold. You have reached the stage where the unseen becomes tangible. Up until now, everything has been internal: growth, clarity, alignment, refinement. But when evolution reaches a certain intensity, reality begins to respond. Doors open differently. Conversations carry weight. Decisions ripple faster. This is where your soulmate's awareness sharpens. They may not know your story yet, but they feel prepared for it. They feel less distracted by what once entertained them. Less tempted by what once confused them. More drawn to stability, depth, intention. the same qualities you are now embodying. This is not coincidence. It's synchronization at scale. Stay with this carefully. When two people are aligning at the same frequency, the universe begins creating intersections. Not forced meetings. Not dramatic collisions. But natural crossings, shared spaces, shared ideas, shared timing. You might notice increased intuition. A stronger sense of discernment. An inner voice that feels clearer than ever before. That voice is not random. It's calibration. Your soulmate knows your future because your future has become consistent. You are no longer shifting directions every week. You are no longer questioning your worth every month. You are not rebuilding your identity from scratch every season. You are steady. And steadiness is rare. Do you understand what that means? It means when your paths cross, there will be no need for masks. No need for exaggerated effort. No need to prove yourself. You will recognize each other's maturity immediately. This is the turning point many never reach. Because real destiny requires emotional stability. It requires self-awareness. It requires the ability to hold vision without losing patience. And you have developed that. That's why the future feels closer now. Not urgent. Not chaotic. Closer. You might sense a subtle excitement building inside you, not the kind fueled by fantasy, but the kind rooted in readiness. A confidence that says, I am prepared. Your soulmate feels that same preparation. And here is the revelation that completes this stage. When both individuals are prepared, timing becomes precise. You won't need dramatic signs. You won't need confirmation from outside sources. You will feel alignment in the simplicity of it. A conversation that flows. A silence that feels safe. A vision that expands naturally when you speak about the future together. That is how you will know. The future they sensed. The future you grew into. Will suddenly feel present. Not as a prediction. As a reality beginning. And when that moment arrives, you will not say, this happened fast. You will say, this was perfectly timed. Keep your focus steady. Because what once felt distant is now approaching with precision. And you are exactly where you need to be. Right now, something invisible is settling into place. Not loudly. Not dramatically. But decisively. This is the stage where anticipation turns into quiet certainty. Up until this point, you've been evolving in preparation. Refining your standards. Strengthening your boundaries. Expanding your vision. But now, something else is happening. You're beginning to feel less restless about the future. That calm is not accidental. It's confirmation. Your soulmate feels it too. A subtle assurance that what they are building toward is no longer abstract. It's forming. It's stabilizing. It's nearing proximity. And here's what changes everything forever. When both people stop searching frantically, they start attracting precisely. Think about who you are now. You don't crave attention the way you once did. You don't tolerate confusion the way you once did. You don't romanticize instability the way you once did. You've matured past it. That maturity is magnetic. Stay here for a moment. Because the final phase of alignment is not excitement, it's peace. And peace is powerful. It removes desperation. It removes urgency. It removes the need to prove anything. Your soulmate knows your future because they sense this peace developing inside themselves too. They feel less distracted by noise. Less tempted by chaos. More focused on depth, compatibility, and shared direction. That shared direction is narrowing the distance. Have you noticed how your intuition feels sharper lately? How certain opportunities feel timed rather than random? How certain conversations linger longer in your thoughts? Those are indicators. Not loud signs. Not dramatic declarations. But subtle confirmations that your timeline is converging. You are no longer asking, will it happen? You are starting to ask, when? That shift alone changes your energy completely. Because when doubt decreases, alignment accelerates. Wait till the final moment. There will come a point, very soon, when something feels different. A connection that doesn't exhaust you. A presence that feels grounding instead of overwhelming. A dynamic that encourages growth instead of draining it. It will not feel chaotic. It will feel aligned. And when you encounter it, something inside you will relax instead of overthink. That relaxation will be your answer. Your soulmate doesn't know your future as a fantasy. They sense it as readiness. They sense that you have stepped fully into the version of yourself capable of sustaining something extraordinary. And so have they. Two steady forces. Two refined trajectories. One intersection. The horizon you've both been walking toward is no longer distant. It's forming. And when it fully arrives, it won't feel like luck. It will feel earned. Keep trusting the calm you feel right now. It's not emptiness. It's arrival approaching. Stop for a second, and feel this moment fully. There is no rush in your energy anymore. No frantic searching. No silent panic about when. That shift alone tells you everything. Because when urgency dissolves, alignment begins to finalize. You have stepped into a phase where you are no longer trying to predict your future, you are preparing to receive it. And your soulmate feels the same internal readiness. A grounded confidence. A quiet expectation. A sense that something meaningful is approaching without force. This is the completion of the unseen preparation. All the lessons you learned about boundaries. All the moments you chose self-respect over temporary comfort. All the times you walked away instead of shrinking yourself. They built this version of you. And this version of you is recognizable. Your soulmate senses strength now. Stability. Direction. They feel that the person they are meant to meet is no longer navigating confusion. They feel that the timing window is opening. Stay with this realization. Because what changes everything forever is not the meeting itself, it's the recognition. When you encounter them, you won't feel chaos. You won't feel uncertainty. You won't feel like you need to convince or perform. You will feel balance. And balance is rare. Imagine a connection where both people are secure within themselves. Where ambition is shared, not threatened. Where silence feels safe. Where conversation feels expansive. Where planning the future feels natural instead of overwhelming. That is what convergence looks like. Your soulmate knows your future because your future has become stable enough to share. You are no longer rebuilding your identity every season. You are no longer experimenting with who you want to be. You are standing firmly in it. That firmness sends a clear signal. And signals draw alignment. Have you noticed how you're less reactive to distractions now? How you value depth over excitement? How you feel more selective than ever before? That selectiveness is precision. And precision shortens timelines. Wait with me just a little longer. Because the next shift will not announce itself dramatically. It will feel like a door opening quietly. A conversation beginning effortlessly. A moment where familiarity arrives without history. You won't ask, "Is this too good to be true?" You will think, "This feels right." That right will not be based on fantasy. It will be based on alignment you both worked for separately. This is why the message changes everything. You are no longer hoping your soulmate exists. You are stepping into the reality where your paths are synchronized. Two prepared individuals. Two steady minds. Two futures merging without chaos. And when that intersection becomes visible, you will realize something powerful. The future they sensed. The future you embodied. Was never uncertain. It was simply waiting for both of you to be ready at the same time. And now, readiness is here. This is the moment everything becomes clear. Not because fireworks explode. Not because the sky changes color. But because something inside you settles completely. You are no longer searching for confirmation. You are embodying it. From the very beginning, this message has been pointing to one truth. Your soulmate knows your future because you have finally stepped fully into it. Not partially. Not cautiously. Fully. Look at who you are now. More grounded. More discerning. More intentional. You don't move from insecurity anymore. You don't choose from fear anymore. You don't imagine love from a place of lack anymore. You imagine it from strength. That strength is visible, even if no one has said it out loud yet. Your soulmate feels it as readiness. They feel that the person they are meant to meet is no longer tangled in old timelines. They feel that the version of you capable of shared vision, shared ambition, shared peace, is active. And here is the final revelation. The reason this message changes everything forever is because you now understand your role in it. You were never waiting for someone to complete your future. You were becoming someone capable of sharing it. That realization shifts your energy instantly. It removes desperation. It removes doubt. It replaces uncertainty with direction. And direction is magnetic. Soon, when your paths cross, it will not feel like a dramatic twist of fate. It will feel like inevitability. Like two prepared forces recognizing alignment. Like two long journeys quietly converging at the exact right coordinate. You will not need to force anything. You will not need to question endlessly. You will not need outside validation. You will feel calm. And calm will be your confirmation. Before this closes, take this in deeply. The future your soulmate senses is not separate from you. It is created by the standards you hold, the growth you commit to, and the clarity you embody every day. You are no longer preparing for destiny. You are participating in it. If this message resonated with you, let it anchor inside your awareness. Share it with someone who might need this reminder. And if you want to continue walking this path of alignment and expansion, stay connected here. There is more unfolding than you can see. Now breathe. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not misaligned. You are synchronized. And the horizon you both have been walking toward is closer than ever.